actually my venture into science policy. So I'm a biomedical scientist by training. And after I completed my PhD, I knew I wanted to go into this field. And so I applied for one policy fellowship. Didn't get the first one. I applied for another one and did not succeed there. And it wasn't until my third science policy application that was successful that actually was the opportunity that actually ended up bringing me to the White House in the first place. So what I learned from that was that I was really, really dedicated to going into this space, because if I wasn't really committed, then I probably would have just given up the first time, the first or the second time those two applications didn't succeed. And so for me, it was my transition from being a bench scientist and going into science policy. And then the failure actually, I think, worked out in my favor, because I got an amazing opportunity that I wouldn't have probably gotten if I had succeeded the first time.
I love that.
For me, it actually happened when I was a sophomore in college. I was studying aerospace engineering, and I got to the really hard classes, and I actually failed a class, like F. There was an F on my transcript. And I went to the counselor, and I said, you know, I need help, I need a tutor. And they told me, well, if you can't pass this class, maybe you shouldn't be an aerospace engineer. And I don't like being told what to do. So that really gave me the fire to say, you know what, I'm going to prove them wrong. And, you know, I found another counselor who gave me the best advice. And after that, I did a lot better in school. And eventually, I got my dream job. So, you know, sometimes you just need that fire. Yeah. Telling me, saying I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. That fueled you forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would just say, when I started, one of my first jobs that was along the lines of like becoming the woman I wanted to become was when I worked at a show called Nick News on Nickelodeon. And when I started there, I had to start writing a lot. It was writing the stories themselves, writing the narration, and the challenge was the woman who was my mentor and ran the whole place was Linda Ellerby, a very gifted journalist and writer and very hardworking. And she was a tough editor. And so I would hand something in and think, here you go. That's done. And it was not that great. And at first, my reaction to that is to take it personally, get my feelings hurt, and be like, forget it, you know, and just want to give up. But eventually, I wanted to get to that standard that she held for me, that she held for words and accuracy and good writing. And so it fueled me. I said, I want to be powerful with words too. I want to be good with this, and I want to honor her. And so it really propelled me to get better at it, and so it was a good source of learning.
That's awesome.
I think my story is actually from when I was in college, and I was in a student organization. And many of the people in that organization, they were my friends. I'd known them a couple years. And so I decided to run for president of that organization. And I didn't win. And I was crushed. Not only was I crushed that I didn't win, but I also did take it personally. You know, these folks were my friends. And I thought, gosh, are they sending me a signal? And so after I got over the crushing defeat, I really diverted my energy towards some other organizations that I was a part of. And looking back, I'm really glad that when that one door closed for me, I walked through a different door, because I made new friends. I learned new skills that have helped me throughout my life. So that would be, for me, my fueled by failure story.